Okay, hello everyone. Hello everyone. I hope you all are doing very great because I do, and I've been doing great since for a month. Not for a month, but for months. I would say it like that. For months, I've been doing great, and it's because the hard work I'm doing. Also, there's some smart work in it, of course. It's a different path from it. And then the thing is that I need to be switched up my previous video where I basically just switched up the title and I didn't really check what I should say there. I just posted it randomly and I thought that was the one, but now I changed it, so that's the thing that I wanted to say right now. Nothing else. The thing is, I hope you all are doing the same like me. I mean, you feel the same like me, because I absolutely feel very great this day, and I've been feeling great for the past few months. It's actually just good for me. That it really changed my life because I stopped doing all those type of rubbish things I did. And the topic what we are going to talk about is social media and basically video games again, but most likely it's going to be social media. That's where we are going to talk about right now. Why I'm talking about this thing, because this is the biggest issue right now in our world, in our society, that is happening, that social media is not used for the good thing. And yes, most likely we use social media so that we will have some kind of fun or do some kind of thing that is not hard. We just watch others people work basically, and all kind of video that you see, it was all some kind of work, even if it's very short video, if it's a dumb video, funny video, or where somebody just shouting or even just doing some kind of funny thing, that is still work. Even some kind of serious thing about motivation or something, even just basically reposting or just getting a video from another video and then putting it there, that is also work. Someone has to look up there and then actually upload it, I mean. And then we have those type of persons basically just sit on TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, or Facebook, or any of these kind of platforms, even maybe YouTube, but YouTube don't used to have this kind of problem, but now that they have short, now it's just more dangerous right now, of course. The thing is that people actually use social media for very bad thing, because I actually learned it that I can't get rid of social media because I have to use it for the right thing, because that's where I can get many type of knowledge. Because I used to remember that back then I actually just decreased or reduced my phone usage. I just started using my phone less amount of time during the day, and I tried this thing where I just use my phone for 1 hour and 30 minutes, and it actually wasn't even a hard challenge for me. But the thing is that I actually couldn't learn anything because I was getting my sources from there, and then I just thought to myself that I just can't can't live without that, because I have to learn. So of course I don't actually believe in school and I don't learn things from there, so I actually just don't say that you should just learn from school, because that's not going to work on me, because I already developed that mindset that will tell me that you shouldn't go to school, you should go to this way because this is the right path. And this is what actually my brain is doing right now, that it actually sees when it's a bad thing, and then if we automatically say it and immediately say that this is a bad thing, should change it immediately because I don't want to do this. But it's always the sort of thing that's sometimes stopping me from the work. And the bad thing about it that social media actually not stopping you from this from the starting. You're actually just going there for out of nowhere, and then you be there even just for hours and hours. You don't even want to waste on that thing, but you still waste it because it keeps you there. keeps you to scroll because it's very easy. Just go like this. Let me say an example. Like right now, I just want to check my phone. I just want to maybe check the weather, or maybe I just want to check on something on TikTok that saw a video about, and I also just want to learn something from it. And actually, there comes the distractions. So I'm there, and then I will want to search for that video, but of course, first it immediately appears some random video, and that is always a distraction, and we're going to force you to actually scroll till you, I don't know, maybe burn out or something. I don't know when you're stopping it actually. So you go then, and this is all the distraction that you want to avoid, and there's a video that pop up. So you basically just go to search button. You have to go to search button. You go to search button, and then you type the video. Yes. And then of course there will be related videos, and that is a thing that sometimes also not stops, but also wastes my time very hardly. Just looking for one single video that I looked up to, and then there comes other ones that is actually very tempting, this and that. And the thing is that some people actually use this kind of trick, that they put maybe good thumbnails so they will actually get you to go there and watch their videos, and maybe they will also get a like from that. But some people just post a random thing there and they will still get views, of course, because some people knew that their video is actually good quality and great. And yeah, so you just want to avoid that, of course. It's of course very acceptable if you are just maybe watching 2 other more or maybe 3 other more, but don't watch more than that, because then you're going to start there. It happens with me a lot of times. Same with the Facebook. I just go up there maybe to look who send me a friend message, who actually, and I will of course send another friend. I mean, I add them friend, I would say it like that. If I know them actually in person, I talk with them and I know them visually. But if I don't know them, then I will just won't. And actually that is tempting because they have other type of videos again, this and that, other types of people that you're curious to look about, but shouldn't be curious about, because am I going to bump into people that actually doing better than you are supposed to look up to him, but actually won't learn from him, because some people are just maybe showing their success. They're not actually showing how they achieved it, how they did it. They're just showing always the good and great thing, the perfect thing about life, never about the struggle, the thing that got them there. Actually, they don't show, they just show the perfect things, this and that, and you won't learn actually from them. And they just keep you there to like it and do this, do that, but actually just do more. So what I did is actually just go to social media, any kind of social media platform, and then actually change my basically For You page, change that For You page, and I just started to search for things where I can learn, but it won't be basically tempting for me to watch, because I know if I go to YouTube I have to watch something, of course, but then it should be a thing where I'm going to learn. And I will either write it down, because there are some certain things that I should write down in my exercise book. I'm very serious about it, on YouTube. Maybe something about calisthenics related videos where I can learn, maybe for beginner, intermediate, advanced, how is it like, and this and that. Stretches, dynamic stretches, stuff like this. How can you avoid wrist injuries and this and that. Steel tables. And just these type of things, and they're actually very entertaining to watch. That thing is still entertaining, but the good thing about it is that you're also learning from them. First I watch the video, of course. Sometimes I not watch the whole video how it is, but I just go up there, and then I will actually just see from there that it's actually good video, and I will even just start to write down and this and that, because I know I will write forever, take me time. But still, I first watch the video, maybe a little bit amount of the video. Then if I find it interesting, then I write it down into my exercise book. And it's also entertaining because I will learn from it. I will actually just learn from it, and it's still entertaining thing for me. Because I actually made this studying very fun for me, I would say. Like, I'm not even okay. I have to admit, sometimes I really do struggle with sometimes studying and learning with things. But right now, I'm actually getting used to it. I've just been doing this for a few months, but I'm already getting used to it. It will just be an advantage for me later in my life. I'm actually happy about it that now I can just switch my life this easily. Of course, I know throughout the years it's not going to be easy because there's going to be some downside, but I'm actually preparing for this too. So you should prepare too. And so that's the first thing that you want to fix, is that your basically For You page, that because every time you open maybe TikTok, social media, if you always that the thing that is going to be first, maybe a random video, or maybe a thing that you just used to spend a long time there or like it a bunch of times, and that's what the TikTok is actually going to give you into that platform. And then if it's not an important thing, it's just a bonus, dopamine, or any kind of things like that, then you want to avoid that at all costs. So just leave that and cut it out. You just want to change your For You page to actually have to spend time again on the TikTok, but for a good thing. Where if you say maybe some kind of motivation videos, how to discipline, how to change your life, how to be productive, how to work out, and this and that, that's just going to be so much better for you. That is the thing. It's the same with all kind of social media. You can just search and then look for videos and spend time there the first time, and to spend time there, of course, how it will change. Not going to just change in one day, because I used to play League of Legends, of course, and I just stopped watching that thing maybe for like 2 weeks, and then it still popped up some kind of League of Legends things, and I just had to avoid it because I know because YouTube knows that I'm watching. I used to watch that, and they're still going to pop that thing off from. Sorry, I just got silenced a little bit. I know that YouTube is still going to put that thing into my face straight, so that I watch it again, of course. But if I ignore, just keep ignoring, it will actually disappear. And it disappeared. Now there's no League of Legends videos on my basically watch history. Only if I just look back, maybe last year in November, of course there's going to be a one, but not right now for the past few months. And that's that's what I'm glad about, actually, that I learned this thing. You should learn this thing too. And the thing is that you can also get this dopamine by your friends, or maybe who you are surrounded with, because I can also see some of my classmates that they're always on their phone. There's no recess or break where they are not looking at their phone, man. And they're always on Instagram, TikTok. These two things, these are very evil, but you can also use them for a good thing. Don't forget that. You can learn from them, and that's what you should be. Be a creator. And that's what I'm actually doing too. I've been doing this for 1 week, and I actually just feel so much better about it. And it actually makes me to do more videos, even if I'm not getting this, because I feel better about it. This is the right thing. Just better for me to already sort it at. Yeah, now I can claim it that I'm actually 16 years old, not 15 years old. I'm actually 16 years old because today is my birthday. It's not important thing, let's cut this thing out. And it's just good for me to start it now that I'm young, because I'm going to be my 20s where I'm basically going to live my best life, because now that I'm doing all these things, when I'm basically, I have to say to myself, but basically I'm now useless as usual. I'll be like this maybe for a year, but of course I'm actually just making so fast progress, and I'm very glad about it. But I know it has to be a so slow progress, so I won't even just do the things very fast. I will be very patient. I'm not rushing anywhere, never running. Even if I'm coming from home and then coming from home and now just really walk very slow. It's because just enjoy the moment that I'm in the nature, I'm walking, going down, burning some calories, and yeah, I'm actually enjoying that. I like to walk very slowly because I would say it's more safety, and yeah, it actually showed me something I think I'm not pushing anywhere, have time, and it showed me some kind of dominant, and I actually like that thing. And another thing that you want to watch out for social media, of course, you can learn, but you shouldn't learn always everything. There's going to be there's going to be a bunch of very vast majority of the things that it's just going to be very garbage and not actually useful for you, because I also used to watch these type of things and it's applied to my things, but it actually didn't work me, because yeah, you can watch these type of things, but you can't do all the things all at once. Of course, you have to choose from from this person this, and from that person that, and a bunch of things, because I like to watch not just one type of person too. You have to have several persons because they always have different kind of opinions, different advice, different life, and that's what will make it actually good. That's what you should be doing too. not just one not just watch one single person all day. Watch different, because they always have different opinions. And then I will of course suggest you to try it out. I just wouldn't say that if you see that thing is not useful or the from the site, then I shouldn't say that you shouldn't do it or try it or just leave it like that. I suggest you to actually try it and see if it's working for you, how it applies to your environment, because everybody's in different environment, of course. And those are persons who are actually content creating. They basically most likely they live their best life. They have a good environment. They can do basically whatever they want, not for word to word, of course, but yes, they are all achieve the things. And that's the thing that you should keep in mind. And I'm also keeping it in mind, of course. That's what you should be, of course, watch out too. That there's going to be, of course, so much more information and not actually useful, redundant things that are not important actually at all. So you can just keep those, of course, but you have to learn still. You have to learn. You have to apply new things. It can be the same thing that you did, of course, previously. Can never be. If you want different things, they should do different things also. That's what will make you different, of course. If you want to choose that path, where not everybody, but of course more than the half of the percentage will not do, never, because they are not just capable for it, they can't do it, because not disciplined, they're not enough disciplined, not consistent, and any kind of things like that, because they will just give it up a short amount of time. And this is what time actually teaches you, that you should be patient. Even though the time is going slow or fast, you should steer no matter what. And now that I realize that I'm actually just going the flow, I'm not worrying about anything, because I know I will make it if I would just go with the flow and I'll learn, won't worry about anything. And times are just actually passing very fast. I feel like I'm actually just making fast progress, but actually not. It's absolutely slow, I would say. It's actually slow. But thing is, it's going to be long. I still know it, because it haven't been a year since I started my journey. So yeah, that's the thing that I have to survive, and I will surely survive. I won't quit. Never. I don't even know that word. I just like to say that thing for a good thing, of course. And I don't know what else to say. Maybe social media. The same thing that can applies to video games. Of course, I didn't mention that, but maybe they are not there, but there's vast majority of the video games that are not useful for you. They're not going to actually teach about your life. They're not going to be useful at all. If you are grown up and you will have basic time, there are some, of course, big adults or older adults who are actually still playing video games, still playing, and because they like to, but it's just a very bonus thing that it just applies to that single game, because now there's something came into my mind. It's actually going to sound very stupid, but it's actually very real, that League of Legends actually taught me about a very good life lesson, that of course it's just going to apply to those who may played League of Legends or still play League of Legends, and that's it. Those are the persons who are going to understand it. So basically, had the early game in the game. They call it early game in League of Legends, and you had the late game. You had also the mid game. And the thing is that if you don't play good in the early game, where is the boring part, where everything is very slow. Just you have to be very patient, you have to play very smart, because everybody starts equally at that time. But of course, you always have to go with teams. So it's a 5v5, and you're in a big map, I would say it like that. You're in a big map, and if someone actually maybe makes a little bit wrong move, they can just destroy the entire game for their teammates, and they will maybe eventually lose. Yeah, it's just going to lose that game. So of course we have this type of, yes, when you don't play good in the early game, then you won't be valuable at the late game. But we also have those type of characters or champions, I would start to say champions, that are good in the early game, they're stronger at that time, but you have to play very very smartly and very aggressively at that time. But if you don't play, they will just be useless in the mid game and in late game if we just don't play aggressively, play hard on them. But there's also some champions that are good in late game but extremely useless in the early game. I used to have that kind of champion. It was called Nasus. I really love that thing. I had the highest score of that. I don't even know how to say highest score. I would say it like that because I'm not playing League of Legends anymore. But the thing is that that champion actually taught me a very good thing, that now most likely I'm always useless in the early game because nobody will listen to you, nobody will believe in you. Everybody say you're garbage, you're useless, you shouldn't go with this champion, shouldn't do this, just quit it, don't, and this and that. But it just haven't happened yet. You haven't seen the end of it, and that's what the beauty about it. If you are patient, you can tolerate basically that they are going to treat you like a maybe like a worm, or you can even just maybe handle your teammates, because they can also be very toxic for you and they can also be against you. You can tolerate these three things or even more. I don't even know what else to say about it, but if you can handle maybe these three things, then you probably win your lane. And of course, in League of Legends you also have your own lane. You can of course go to others to help this and that, but most likely you just stay in your own lane. Everybody has its own lane, and then you have to do your own things. But of course, if somebody is very smart or clever, or knows when to go there, or actually a very helpful person, but it's different, because somebody can be helpful but not smart, but somebody can be clever but not helpful. But if you have that clever and helpful one, then that would be the best one. Yeah, you have to have both of them. It's important, because maybe you are doing actually very good in your own lane, but you see other type of not that you see your teammates that are struggling, and you just still keep beating that guy who we are already bought many several times, and you're basically just getting less things from him because he's getting less valuable, but you're getting more valuable, of course. But if you actually help your teammates, that will be more valuable. That's what you have to keep in mind doing life. Actually, that you might be doing of course good in your life, but it's never going to actually be truly good if you don't have the others who are actually struggling because they maybe had an unfair start, or the enemy had unfair advantage and they used that thing, and now your team is in a bad position. That's what that actually taught me about that game, and it's so good to look back at it and actually learn this, and it's very 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 important for me and good. But right now I'm actually not playing any kind of games. I'm just not, because actually some, of course you can always look at the good things in games, but now I'm not playing them because it's a waste of time. I know it, yeah, I was saying like every game can teach you about life, of course, because every game has a good things about it. Even horror games or even Fortnite. Let's say horror games, maybe it can be Fear of Layers. I don't know if you know that game, but it's actually a very scary game that you shouldn't be of course scared of anything. Maybe that's the thing that teaches you about. Make it also teaches you about that you maybe shouldn't go there. This is a scary place and you should avoid that. It depends what you choose, of course. It depends what you choose. Or maybe Fortnite. Fortnite it teaches you about speeds that you always have to be aware. It can also teaches you about speed, or it can teaches you about, let's say that it's a foolish game, it's not a good game, that it's just for kids and this and that. You have to choose from it. You either choose the good one or the bad one of it. And what I choose, I just choose to leave it. I just choose none of it. I actually like that game because I played a lot of it with my friends, but it actually, yeah, taught me about life, taught me about good things. Every game talks it, I would say that. Every game talks you about something. Every single kind of game talks you about something. And you should always choose the good things about it, because still see these type of players who rages like I had. Even my brother that used to rage a lot of in games, if something doesn't work out, I'm not saying anything because it just won't affect him. Still, I know it. But if he doesn't want to help yourself, then others won't also going to help you with you. And it's just so useless. It just doesn't matter at all, because before I quit League of Legends, I was actually of course playing, and I was on that thing that I don't want to rage, man. I don't want to do this. I just want to basically enjoy the game. But then sometimes that thing comes back into my mind where I would say that I want to be actually competitive. I don't play this game for fun. I'm just going to focus very well on it, and then it actually messes with my brain, because sometimes I have this kind of mood, sometimes I have this kind of mood. And of course it's good for sometimes, but always played ranked, and in ranked you have to be focused, this and that. And at the end of it, I just wasn't seeing the sorry, I actually just wasn't seeing the value about it. It just didn't matter to me, and nothing. So I just stopped it. I just left it there. And what that thing actually taught me, that I actually have to let things go and don't think about it, because it can be everywhere, anytime. Do everything in a single day. Maybe for example you want to cut the grass, you want to play games, you want to go shopping, you want to vacuum the house, you want to go to maybe to another town, you want to come back, you maybe going to talk with your friends, maybe this and that. But you can do it, of course. It's says 24 hours in a day, but then you won't have a good sleep. And that's going to ruin your next day. So that's why you have to think very, very wisely, because that's what I'm also doing. I don't care if I couldn't finish my work or any kind of things. Basically, most likely I will always just finish my day with working. Just because every time I wanted to finish my day with maybe some kind of entertainment, but I just couldn't. I couldn't. Even if it's just a 5 minutes, I couldn't. So I just stopped that thing and actually like to finish my day off with the work, because that's just, I would say, more satisfying for me. Actually, more satisfying for me. Because I like to take actually breaks, and I actually like to take breaks between my working, and I just not working like a robot and I won't take a break or a recess. No, I will take breaks at that time, and then maybe search for something. Maybe I want to do later on my next day, or maybe I would even just plan my next move. That's why I'm taking a rest. I just actually learned how can I should cut this all these kind of fun things and stupid things out of my life, because they won't matter at the end of it. They just won't matter, because the day will come when you have to basically not perform, but you have to show what have you done in that past few years. And then when it comes to that, your brain will say that you won't do anything, man. What do you expect me to do? Because nothing happened actually. And then that's when you're basically going to suffer. You're going to suffer because when you're around your 20s, maybe around your 25, you're escape out of high school. That's when basically you have your sorry. So obviously you have your best time. I don't know. Because everybody's different, of course, because some people have their best time at their 80, maybe at their when they're a teenager, and they are 18 or maybe in the 20s. Different. But thing is that you should want to cut that thing off as soon as possible off from your life, because it's just not going to matter if it just become memory. Of course you will learn something from it if you actually want to change your life, but it just doesn't work that time. That's what I like to say, because it just won't going to work, because that is all the learning. If you maybe you have done this for 1 month, that's all the big lesson for you. But if you're doing it maybe for 5 years, I couldn't even imagine that thing. Just sporting and having fun or any kind of thing like that, and that's just a waste of your time. Just a waste of your time, actually, truly. It's about 1 month, of course, that can be a good lesson, and I won't say it's a waste of your time. If you're talking about 5 years, then that's a waste of your life. But if you learn at the end of it, then fine. It's fine. But think that you want to think early in your life, and that's why of course I just play one single game, but I'll say it like a game because it's actually entertaining and teaches you about life, and that game is chess. And the fun thing about it, you can play chess in real life on a board. It's actually so satisfying, or you can play it online too. That is the beauty about chess. It teaches a lot of you that, of course, some is unfair because somebody's starting first, but it doesn't matter. Somebody has to start, and that is always the white one, and the black one, of course, starts the second. That's what you have to keep in mind, of course. But it actually teaches you that you always have to be not a step, but just multiply moves ahead of your opponent. You always have to be. That you already prepared this thing here, that you can move there because how they prepared this thing. You can do this because already done this thing, okay? I just play smart. I just play smart. I knew that you would do this, or maybe already prepared for that. and stuff like that. That's what I'm playing chess, and it's actually not a dopamine raising up thing chess game, or not even keeping me there. I can get off from it anytime. And that's the good thing about it that I love about chess. Is how to force myself to go there. That's what I love about work. I have to force myself. Like, if somebody else would force me there, then I of course not do it. But if it's because this is optional, of course, it's optional. I mean, somebody can tell me a good thing that I actually wouldn't think about, but most likely I have to convince myself after that. If somebody tells me, then I will start to think that is it going to be worth it? Will it actually going to do something with me? Then I will convince myself to do it, because he can control my legs and my hands, anything, or maybe mind read me, or maybe mind control me, not mind control me, and then I will go there just like a robot and do what he says to me. No, I have my own things, okay? And I actually kept this video for a very long time, and I don't want to talk for a very long time here. Am I gonna do part 2 about it? Which most likely not going to happen. I'm just joking, okay? Not going to happen. You'll see it. But I'm actually having this hard time with scheduling my things and actually doing more things in my days than I will actually done, because I just see I'm not doing enough things in a day. The time just flows away when I actually planned that I'm going to do much more things, but it actually didn't went like that. That's what I'm trying to do right now, so that's why I don't want to keep this video long. I would like to. Basically now this is going to come this spring break that when I will have more time, and of course I will spend some time on here talking with you guys, and especially myself, and learning. That's why I love this thing. Yes. This is for this video, guys. Thank you for watching me so much. I hope you all liked it. I hope you all learned from it. The thing is that you should learn from it, and you should also enjoy it at the same time. That's what I'm also doing, because you have to enjoy the process, because that's where majority of your time is just going away, not from the having fun thing, or maybe that's why majority of the time is going down. You're not working enough hard, or anything like that. Just enjoy working. There are some people who will say that work is not fun, you should live with it and this and that. No, I'm not a person who enjoys work and just love it from that thing, because if I enjoy work, then it actually won't affect my brain, won't affect my feelings, and won't affect others, because I see some people are actually just so depressed, or just so messed up because about their work, and then they will treat their friends maybe differently how they used to treat them back then when they had much work. And that's what you should avoid. I'll maybe make a video about this. I'm going to write it into my notes, and I'm going to do a community thing. I don't know why they call it community. I'm just going to do a community post. That's how I was going to say it, where I will say that I switched the title of my video, and then sorry about that thing and this and that. No man, I'll write it down, okay? Thing is, take care of yourself, guys, and hope you all guys learned something from this video. This is actually my longest video. Yes, I'm going somewhere, baby. Oh, you mean just 1 week and 2, 3, how many days? No, I'm not thinking keeping it, man. I'm just going with the flow, okay? Not even that thing that matters at all. Just take care, guys, okay? I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.